All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Jesse Heller. I'm the Marketing Director at Fay Business Systems Group. You're joining our webinar today with Scott Alder. He is from ActOn, and we're talking about email marketing versus marketing automation, which is it's a really intriguing topic. I'm really excited to have Scott presenting with us today. Most of you know this, but if you don't, Fay Business Systems Group, we're an ActOn partner. So what that means is we resell ActOn, we use ActOn, we develop ActOn, and we integrate it with Sugar CRM and use it here internally and have been using it for a long time. So we have a lot of integration expertise between CRM and marketing automation. We're most well known in the Sugar CRM channel and the ActOn channel as Sugar CRM's Global Partner of the Year and power users of ActOn and Sugar CRM as well. We're based in Los Angeles, but Scott and the ActOn team, they're up in Oregon, and we kind of feel like they're an extension of the Fay BSG team and family, and we work very closely with them to spread the word about ActOn and most importantly about the importance of marketing automation and CRM. We've done tons of CRM integrations, and we're known for our CRM add-on integration products, which I believe maybe on the next screen we've built a suite of integrations for different products for Sugar CRM. Today's webinar, we hope it can be interactive. We've got a lot of questions. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box. I'll get to those and shoot those in when we have time, and we'll try to get all of the answers, all the questions answered as they come in. So thanks again, Scott. I'm going to pass it over to you.
Perfect. Thanks, Jesse. Hey, sorry if I missed the slide that you'd sent over. It's the joy of modern technology, folks. Sometimes everything works exactly the way that it's supposed to, and sometimes we just take a little bit of a step backwards and have to talk through some stuff. Real quick, just an introduction to ActOn, and I agree. Fay Business Systems is a platinum partner of ActOn. Worked together with them for many years, primarily within the Sugar community, which is our best connector that goes back and forth between your CRM and ActOn, getting the information passed back and forth between marketing and sales and bringing those into alignment. Just real quick on ActOn, I won't spend a lot of time with that, but we were founded in 2008 by the same gentleman that founded a company called Responses that was later bought by a very large company out there, SAP, and integrated that technology platform, which was a marketing automation light, into it. In 2008, Raghu was taking a look and figured out there really is a great opportunity for a platform that is designed for mid-market. And that is just simply a SaaS offering. And what was great about when we came into our existence in 2008 was we're what's called second generation. That's not a bad thing at all. Basically, it just means that we could see a lot of the missteps that some of the other players out there had made and could make a difference in that and make some corrections. But let's take a look at this. So I am excited to talk to you about email marketing and marketing automation today, and really trying to understand, what's the difference between email marketing and marketing automation, and then how do you know if your company is ready to make the switch? And these are questions that Jesse and I get answered, all day long by both small and large businesses. We know how powerful and important email marketing is, but implementing a marketing automation strategy can dramatically increase the effectiveness of the email marketing strategy you already have in place. So for our agenda today, we're going to start off by walking through a general overview of email marketing and marketing automation. Once we've introduced both of those concepts, we'll talk about 5 key indicators that show you've outgrown your email service provider. And then we'll finish off today discussing the future of marketing automation and wrap up with any questions that may have come up at the end. So let's break it down with an overview of what exactly is email marketing. So at its simplest form, email marketing is sending a message to a target group of people using an email platform. And despite the rise of social media and a lot of other digital channels out there, email marketing is still the most effective way to connect directly with your prospects. Now, an email service provider, it will only provide you the functionality to send mass blasts and track open rates. So this really isn't scalable. But marketing automation, on the other hand, now it's a software platform that automates a lot of the manual tasks and multi-step processes that are required by an email platform. This creates a lot of efficiencies, and it saves time, and it allows for increased measurement and data consolidation. Marketing automation tracks, gathers, and consolidates data that it would normally be really difficult to get or to respond with a traditional email service provider. Now, marketing automation has traditionally been used for demand generation and lead management, supporting programs like lead nurturing. But, increasingly, this is an interesting thing that we're starting to see. Marketing automation platforms are being extended to facilitate an idea of account-based marketing, customer marketing, and going back to your existing customers, and even into support. So, utilizing a marketing automation platform helps automate a lot of repetitive tasks around email, social, and website actions to streamline workflow within your marketing department. We'll dive deeper into what marketing automation is comprised of, but first we're going to review how marketers need to have evolved. There's 3 common stages of digital marketing maturities, and they're email marketers, multi-channel campaigners, and adaptive marketing pros. The most mature group, adaptive marketing pros on the far right, they're able to tailor their marketing activities based on customers' behaviors, interests, and their preferences. So once you see where you fit, you'll be able to better determine the steps you need to advance to the next level. So let's start with the first one, email marketers. Despite many other digital options available today, for many marketers, email is still their central digital channel. Those who live this challenge of relying primarily on email marketing instead of taking full advantage of other digital options fall into the category of an email marketer. Organizations at this level of maturity focus their digital efforts primarily on email, with a strategy that is usually facilitated by an email service provider with a relatively simple and limited functionality. Email blasters do a lot of manual work scoring leads and managing their data. At this level, the heavy lifting relies on personnel. Jesse talked a little bit about Sugar, and CRM integrations are really lacking at this point. Without those in place, it makes it challenging to measure results effectively. And this prevents accurate goal setting and KPI measurement. To determine if you're an email marketer, ask yourself, are we doing too much of the work of scoring, data management, GDPR compliance, and more with manual heavy lifting? Do we lack the integration that supports the data flow between our digital marketing and CRM tools? The best first step toward being a multi-channel campaigner is to add more automation to your processes, which allows you to focus on strategy and spend less time on tactical execution. Doing so creates a virtuous cycle that will allow you to begin spreading your wings to embrace other digital channels, enhance your reporting, and more. So next up, multi-channel campaigners. So the defining characteristics of organizations at this level of maturity is their growth beyond an email-centric marketing strategy to a multi-channel digital marketing approach. Many companies are actively moving in this direction to better compete and to better respond to customers' multi-channel expectations. A few key characteristics that demonstrate that you're at this level are if you have a segmented campaign strategy that is segmented by behavior and profile data, automated scoring, data management, and data enrichment activities in place, a defined funnel supported by specific campaigns and with correlated attribution reports. Marketing organizations at this level do more advanced segmentation and have implemented marketing technologies that facilitate key process automations. Most of these organizations have filled out their marketing stack over time by finding areas where they could steadily move forward with specific marketing use cases for greater productivity and effectiveness. So let's go to level 3, the adaptive marketing pros. Adaptive marketing pros are the ones who have already adopted technology that enables them to add personalization to their multi-channel marketing activities. They're eliminating, let's just call it, random acts of marketing in the process. At this stage, your challenge is to remain at the forefront of the digital marketing evolution, updating your strategies as new technologies emerge to support them. As an industry, we're at the beginning of a very long game, one that is transformative, but there's no need to wait to see where the journey takes us. There are many aspects of marketing where adaptive marketing pros can apply transformative technologies today. Excuse me. Making incremental changes that are small but hugely impactful. For example, predictive scoring, lookalike modeling, adaptive sending, and content recommendations such as subject line optimization. These can all foster small yet significant improvements that add up over time. So in conclusion, make sure you move at your own speed. Some marketers have moved faster than others to embrace change. Wherever you are in your journey, know that marketing organizations exist at every level of digital marketing maturity. And while it can be helpful to benchmark yourself against the competition, it's more important to understand where your organization falls on the digital marketing maturity journey. And set goals for advancement and improvement specific to your company. So there are a lot of different components that make up marketing automation. With an email service provider, managing all these aspects can be extremely difficult to juggle. There would be multiple platforms involved and manual data consolidation to ensure that every platform is speaking properly to the other. With marketing automation, you have everything you need in one place. Reporting, for example. So reporting is extremely important, and actually reporting on what matters is crucial. As a marketer, you need a clear, quick understanding of campaign performance in order to optimize the customer experience and grow revenue. With marketing automation, you can measure results in real time, and this will allow you insight immediately into the performance so you can take action and make changes if needed. Segmentation. Okay, marketing automation allows you to create very specific segments that are really well defined by combining different qualifications. Segmentation is the key ingredient that helps you make your email messages personal and relevant to your unique audiences. So that'll help you boost prospect engagement and increase your conversion. So with ActOn, you can create tightly targeted list segments. For example, you can profile attributes, observe behaviors, and incorporate a specific time frame. If you discover you have a title with buying power, interested enough to attend 2 webinars, engaged enough to click on 2 or 3 messages, maybe it's the right time to send this group a special incentive to buy now. Lead scoring. Okay, look, at its simplest point, lead scoring just uses a point system to assign values based on predetermined criteria, such as the person's industry, job title, how many times have they visited your website, what are they downloading, event attendance, form completions, any number of different data points that you can combine and bring together. And then those points, they accrue over a set amount of time. And the sum of these points is just simply the lead score. We'll talk about how this impacts your marketing efforts in more detail a little bit later. It all ties into, activity scoring too. How are they interacting with you? What are they doing? How much time are they actually spending? If we go in and take a look at social prospects, it's becoming really interesting to take a look and see social is becoming a very, very important part of the buying process these days. So social publish. Our social media tools help track, interact, and build your audience all within the platform. You can find out what customers and prospects are saying about you, target a specific keyword to monitor, or even follow your competition. ActOn makes it simple to keep a pulse on what is happening on all things social. Social Publish is a simple way to share content through your social channels automatically. It integrates with Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn into a single publishing interface. You can easily schedule and share any assets all from within ActOn. Web forms. These are a feature that we use regularly for our own marketing efforts at ActOn. And creating forms within ActOn is quick and easy. You never have to start from scratch since we have a library of templates available, and the creation of forms is a simple drag and drop. Our forms are built for responsive design, making them safe for mobile. Basically what that means is, I don't know if you've ever got this, but I've gone in and tried to fill out a form, and I can tell that it's not optimized for mobile. I'm scrolling back and forth on my phone trying to fill in the right information, and at some point I just abandon it because it's not worth my time. Taking the next step within that, progressive profiling is another key feature. What this does, it helps you minimize your form fields, allowing you to gather some key data over time without negatively impacting the conversion rates. We call this idea form fatigue. And progressive profiling is we don't ask them to continually fill out the same information. We've got hidden fields, and we can definitely talk more about that. Jesse's a great resource on that, but it just allows better conversions. Landing pages. Oh gosh, this is another feature that we use frequently within ActOn to use on multiple channels. Building a single page or a single landing page in ActOn, it helps drive conversions across the buying cycle. They are a key component of marketing automation and are instrumental to digital marketing, as they drive all types of conversions from simple signups like a newsletter or a blog to major purchase or a contact demo request. Okay, email nurturing. Marketing automation gives you the tools to quickly and easily set up strategic campaigns that deploy automatically based on your pre-programmed rules. Email nurturing programs allow you to use conditional if-then logic to trigger the next step in a campaign. This results in prospects getting content based on their activity that is personalized to their journey, helping them digest information at their own pace until they're ready to talk to somebody in sales. Webinars. Oh, lastly, webinars. As Jesse and I both know, setting up and planning for a webinar can be tricky. It takes a lot of time to plan and execute, but a lot of the heavy lifting can be alleviated with marketing automation. ActOn, we've got integrations with WebEx and GoToWebinar, which makes it a lot easier to organize, promote, and manage events. So we just went over a lot of information about email marketing and marketing automation. But let's simplify it a little bit before we move on. You know, what's this really all about at the end of the day? You know, why are all these tools in one place? You know, what's the purpose? Why does marketing automation exist? So I look at it this way. Every single time a prospect or customer interacts with your brand, it means something. It means something about who they are or what they want or where they are in the buyer's journey. So the idea behind consolidating these tools into one centralized command center is to enable marketers to track, measure, and analyze those interactions to enable them to sell smarter. It's all about connecting the dots between these activities and giving you the insight and intelligence to be able to respond in real time to prospects as they interact with your brand and get to know you. So let's dive in and take a look at the key indicators that let you know that you're ready for marketing automation. We all know email marketing serves as the core component to many outbound marketing strategies. However, batch and blast is now a thing of the past. A one-size-fits-all approach lacks customization, and to gain brand loyalty, you need to adapt what your customers want to see. Your prospects and your customers aren't just numbers in a database. They're people with unique interests. And in today's hyper-personalized marketing marketplace, they expect to be treated that way. Instead of blanketing your lead list with one-off emails, automated drip campaigns give you the ability to plan out interaction pathways that progresses prospects through messaging streams based on their behaviors and preferences. Lead nurturing is a proven method for turning prospects into buyers. It's done by contacting prospects over a set amount of time and providing relevant content that eases them through the buyer's journey. So why is lead nurturing so important? Lead nurturing keeps your brand front and center with potential buyers and lets you build trust over time. With ActOn, you can set up trigger emails to be sent to prospects or customers based on specific actions like filling out a form, registering for an event, or abandoning a shopping cart. This allows you to target those prospects based specifically on their actions and what information they have consumed on your site. These workflows can be very sophisticated, and having to manually segment your prospects or customers with an email service provider, that's going to be really time consuming, and it also doesn't incorporate their behavioral data. So unfortunately, fragmented technologies create a number of challenges for marketers. It is extremely time consuming to pull reports from multiple platforms and to aggregate and consolidate all the data. And the result is usually an inability to analyze and optimize the customer experience across multiple channels. If these various data points aren't put together correctly, it can result in lost opportunities for your business and make it, difficult to properly measure ROI on your marketing programs. Unified data is the key, and we all know how important it is to track ROI. You need to be looking at how all your marketing activities are working together rather than measuring separate emails. Gathering data and insight and analytics in one place can help you attribute revenue to your programs and adapt your marketing to suit your customers' needs and create prospect profiles. So what would you prefer? Simple lead lists and sales handoff, or prioritized leads and sales alignment? I think all marketers and salespeople would prefer the latter. Lead scoring allows you to pinpoint your hottest prospects. We know this. All leads are not created equal. Some are ready to buy right now. Some will likely be ready to buy soon, and some are just entering the funnel. Lead scoring makes it easy to sort out the warm leads from the cold leads. A good lead scoring system watches for online and offline buying signals, which increases marketing's ability to pass qualified leads to sales. Lead scoring automates the process of monitoring a prospect's online body language and flags key digital buying signals so that sales reps know who and when to call. This is all done automatically within a marketing automation platform, meaning no more manual lead lists. Your sales team can focus their time on closing revenue and driving increased profitability rather than qualifying leads that need more marketing love. Having something like this in place makes scaling your company pretty seamless. No matter how your business grows, the integrated single platform design of a marketing automation solution enables you to easily manage your contacts, leads, campaigns, and data. Automated workflows and nurturing programs are size agnostic, so they can handle thousands or millions of contacts all at once. So we just spoke about simplifying lead scoring and how qualifying prospects makes it easier for sales, which is a great segue into number 4, sales enablement. Marketing automation lets sales and marketing bridge the gap between hopeful possibilities and closed sales. With ActOn, marketers and their sales counterparts can define and agree on marketing qualified, sales accepted, and sales qualified leads. By establishing these qualifications and processes early on, it helps to instill trust and alignment between sales and marketing. When thresholds are set so that sales-ready leads get automatically delivered to sales, it helps sales be confident about the quality of leads that marketing has generated since they understand the lead scoring process. Leads that aren't ready to be sales-facing can be returned to marketing for further nurturing until they're ready to buy. Most companies, no matter their size, need one system that manages and tracks behavior across multiple channels. A system that encompasses all the benefits of email, but with linkages to track and aggregate ongoing cross-channel customer engagement. That's where marketing automation comes in. Email marketing tools are primarily designed to be good at one thing, email. But of course, most customers don't interact with customers using email alone. Multi-channel engagement is a core differentiator for marketing automation. Marketing automation combines all the benefits of an email marketing solution along with integrated capabilities that would otherwise need to be consolidated using various standalone technologies. And by combining most functionalities in a unified platform, marketing automation serves the needs of both the marketing and sales departments through integration and personalization. This ultimately has a greater impact on the business as a whole. Integration with additional channels also simplifies the process of segmenting your audience based on demographic and behavioral information. Segmenting your audiences based on various attributes, industry, revenue size, title, can help you customize and compose messaging and serve a content that resonates most with that audience. You can also customize forms to help build out the segments you're looking for. As I mentioned earlier, ActOn allows for progressive profiling. This makes it easy to gather the information you're looking for over a longer period of time without disrupting conversion rates. If you're doing one or more of the 5 things we've just covered, you should consider bringing them all into one system. And as I mentioned earlier, it's important to understand where your organization falls on the digital marketing maturity journey to set goals for advancement and improvement. Just make sure you move at your own speed. So, the future of marketing automation. The last item on our agenda is to discuss why marketing automation is the way forward. With all the digital noise out there, personalization is the key standout. Everyone wants that moment when they think a company really gets them and their needs. Adapting your message to an individual is a great start to getting a customer's attention. Nurture your leads with the relevant content at the right time. You can create programs to suit everyone's needs. Are they looking at case studies? Then maybe they're interested in seeing more. Did they download a piece of content around email versus marketing automation? Well, maybe they'd be interested in this webinar. Real-time alerts allow for instant notifications for contacts, leads, and user activities. Get alerts based on contact actions, such as email opens, link clicks, and web browsing activity, and CRM user activities, such as new deals or incoming sales calls. Marketing automation allows you to automatically notify sales within their CRM of highly qualified prospects and their behaviors. And thanks to real-time alerts, your marketing campaigns will become dynamic. They will also help initiate authentic dialogues between the company and every prospective customers interested in its products. We've talked about lead nurturing a lot today, and the reason for that is that lead nurturing ensures that all the money and effort invested in generation isn't being wasted. It lets you further hone in on the most qualified leads, but also ensure that those qualified leads make it to the end of the buyer's journey and are converted into customers. A powerful marketing automation solution provides an abundance of online lead generation tools to help qualify and convert more leads faster. It's also an essential element to have in place to increase revenue and overall business growth. Efficiency with marketing automation, it's clear. Do more in less time. By streamlining tasks that were previously manual, you are freeing up time for your team to focus on other activities that are more impactful and less tactical. Marketing automation also helps communication between marketing and sales. And an unfortunate reality of many businesses is that the sales and, excuse me, here's the problem when you swallow just wrong on these. The sales and marketing teams, they operate in silos versus being aligned when it comes to goals and tasks. Marketing automation helps close the gap between sales and marketing. As we've discussed, marketing automation helps businesses enhance their message to specific customer profiles. Planning for automation directs attention to a deep dive into how customers view specific products they're using. An automated solution can continuously receive information related to customer activities, such as email opens, link clicks, and form submissions. The activity-related data is stored for future use. Marketers can then use it to develop recommendations or solutions based on the customer activity, history, and interests that are being indicated. Measuring message performance based on customer profiles can lead to a more tailored feedback and support, faster and more efficiently. The ability to send an email, it's just one small part of what marketers do. So a system that encompasses ongoing cross-channel customer engagement is key. And that's where you can see the bigger picture and the ROI for all of your marketing efforts. Thank you. So Jesse, that's basically what I was planning on covering today. We covered a lot of ground in a very short amount of time. So I just want to see if there were, did any questions come in while I was chatting, and I'll turn that back over to you.
Yeah, there were a couple of questions. You mentioned at one point using marketing automation to target prospects and to communicate also with existing clients. So if you're using a lead scoring strategy, how would you be able to have unique lead scoring if you have two target audiences like that?
Oh man, great question. With ActOn, you've got the ability to utilize multiple score sheets, and you can maintain separate scoring rules for different audience segments within those multiple score sheets. You don't have to build a one-size-fits-all scoring program. So what I'd say is this gives you the flexibility to run different scoring rules for different personas, or buyer types, or customers or prospects even. Really good question.
Okay, great. And then the second question was on progressive profiling. You mentioned that a couple of times. They were just kind of wondering if you could expand on what does that mean and how could they implement something like that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. It's something that we've rolled out recently, and I've really been seeing a lot of customers that we've been talking to or a prospect that are looking for it. So progressive profiling, what it does is it helps you gradually learn more about your leads. And, like I mentioned earlier, it keeps your conversion rates high. And the way it's done is through dynamic forms that present questions incrementally over time based on the person's past actions and what you know about them. If you already know, for example, look, if you already know the prospect's name and email address, you don't need to collect it twice. ActOn allows you to serve new form fields dynamically based on the information you've already collected. Using progressive profiling, it has a lot of benefits. By asking questions slowly and progressively, leads aren't turned off by the amount of information that they're asked to provide. They stay engaged with your content longer, and you gain the intelligence that you need to help serve their needs and move them through the sales funnel. I mean, I've run into this where I'll use the phrase, I was looking to download just a white paper, and oh my gosh, I had to fill out so much information. I mean, it really felt like, look, I'm just trying to figure out whether we're going to date. You're asking me to get married to you. I was half expecting at the bottom of the form to say, and we need your social security number and birthday at the end. That's basically what we call form fatigue, and people are going to abandon that before they go through and fill out everything, especially if you're just there to get some gated content, like a white paper or a case study or something like that. Go ahead and ask the minimum that you need, and as they come back through, like I said, you're already capturing that. So then you can ask them a little bit more questions, a little bit more in depth, and you warm them up over time. That's key to how that will work, and that's what progressive profiling really means. Good question.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate that. There was one last question that just came in. It was on, the difference of marketing automation and email service providers. So they're just kind of curious, if they're not sure if they're ready, their company's ready to make that switch from a regular email service provider program to a marketing automation program. Can you recommend some questions that they could take back to their team to see if it's time to start evaluating that change and see if they're ready?
Yeah, we get that a lot. I mean, what we're seeing at ActOn is moving from basically, a tier one. I mean, like I said earlier, email is not going to go away. It's still a hugely viable channel for communication. And a lot of times it's the most effective way. But, when you want to move beyond that and really get strategic and do a lot more than just, batch and blast, I recommend reviewing the content of this deck. Jesse's going to send that out to you. And take a look at your organization, your marketing practices. So a couple questions. Are you able to know which of your marketing campaigns is most effective? Key one here that I hear all the time is, and ask, is your sales team complaining about the quality of leads that are coming in? One that's critical to ask, are you as a marketing team, and this could be just, if you're a single marketing shop, which ActOn can actually work well within, or up to 10 or 15 different people in the marketing department, but is your marketing team, or are you finding trouble getting bandwidth due to a lot of the manual processes? The measurability and efficiency that marketing automation will provide to your team will help address these questions, these issues, and things you should be asking. And then obviously, I mean, as Jesse mentioned before, and I would definitely tout him. Jesse is a power user of ActOn. There's no question about that at all. I'd reach out to Jesse, reach out to Caleb or Jake on the team as well, and just chat with them. Give me a call. My contact information will be in there as well, and happy to talk it through. And like I said earlier, just know where you are on the journey and go at your own pace.
Absolutely, happy to help. So that was it. That was the last question. Really appreciate your thorough answers there, Scott, and also appreciate everyone taking the time to join our webinar today. Like Scott said, we'll send out all the resources, we'll send out the deck and our contact information, and we're happy to talk about ActOn and strategy as far as marketing automation goes. Like Scott said, I use ActOn all day, every day, and I'm happy to talk about how we use it here at Save Business Systems Group and how we've been using it over the years. So Scott, thanks again. Everyone, thank you so much for joining, and looking forward to continuing the conversation with everyone offline. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Jesse.
All right, take care. Bye.